Don't get stuck because they harass us in the airport like I'm the one that's blowing it up. I got the patience of a high school teacher and a bright future. Why would I have a bomb on my sneaker? All the goody girls back off us. We track moves and attract bosses. My heart's colder than Jack Frost's. I'm in the hood with more straps than a Jansport. All right, y'all ready to get into this, man? Because that boy Flakko been beating the road on Munchie B, ain't he? That boy Flakko been beating the road on Munchie B, ain't he? That's all I'm saying. Chat, y'all ready? Let me know that y'all ready. If y'all let me know y'all ready, we can jump in, man. I'm just waiting on y'all to let me know something. Chat, I'm just waiting on y'all to let me know something. All right, bam. So we in here. All right. When I travel, I know I'm going to get stuck because they harass us in the airport like I'm the one that's blowing it up. I got the patience of a high school teacher and a bright future. Why would I have a bomb on my sneaker? Let me know if the AC is too loud. Can y'all hear the AC? Because if it's too loud, I can adjust it. College ready class for the kids, man. So I'm sitting in the car kicking it. What am I doing? Let me know if the AC is too loud. If the AC is not too loud, we will begin. We'll begin. Spin the block. Let's get right to it. All right.
You know what y'all want to hear from my mama? Me say your piece him one piece when him looking at the doc and him see me witness mama. People. Okay. So apparently, man,
did he just clear his sinus and swallow the mucus? Did this man just clear his sinuses and swallow the muci?
Because this is crazy.
It is crazy. Starting your video off by going and then swallowing the muci? Absolutely barbaric. Absolutely barbaric. That's the stuff that point and shoot be talking about. Swallowing the muci is wild. Don't swallow the muci.
Been like seen it.
Okay, let's go right here. Okay. So apparently,
ew, bro, you snorted up your mucus and swallowed it? Gross.
Apparently, man. This is 4.6K likes of videos. Oh, okay, that's video. So yesterday, I got wind, and a lot of you guys got wind, okay? Yesterday, we got word, okay, that the police officers, now CHP came to the jumper office. Now, a lot of people was wondering why the CHP come to the no jumper office and not...
Because it's working in collaboration with the LAPD.
LAPD. Let me explain to you guys, okay? LAPD is not the one investigating Drakeo the Ruler's murder. CHP is. Okay, California Highway Patrol. They are the one investigating Drakeo the Ruler's murder. CHP is investigating the murder because where the murder took place, apparently that's within their jurisdiction. Apparently, like the murder took place in the Coliseum or somewhere, that's their jurisdiction. So
definitely CHP, but CHP could also just be working hand in hand with LAPD.
If you guys are confused as to why CHP is showing up and not LAPD, that's because CHP, that's their jurisdiction. So CHP shows up. Now, they showed up twice, by the way, 2 times, okay, twice, to speak to Munchie B. Now, why would they want to speak to Munchie B about the Drakeo the Ruler's murder? I don't know. I can't call it. I don't know. Maybe it's because, I don't know, Munchie B said he passed the bottle to Draco's killer every week. Maybe.
You know, the reason why I haven't had a haircut, I'm just going to put this out there. I am looking for a new barber. I'm not appreciative of the way that my hair is being cut. I didn't like it. So I'm actually looking for a new barber, bro. I never seen a rich trapper not be able to afford a haircut. Use a bitch, and I hope that your mother dies a horrible death. With that all being said, that's why I don't have a haircut, because I'm looking for a new barber. So Cleveland, no. I said what I said about your mother, and I'm holding it. You're from Cleveland. Cleveland made you. You're from poverty. You're from nothing. You're from destitute. You're from impoverished funds. You're from damn near a third world country. You couldn't afford to live where I live. You couldn't afford to shop where I shop. You couldn't afford to send your kids where I send my kids to school. You couldn't afford to pay for gas in the state in which I pay for gas, or in the city or the county in which I pay for gas. I spend $200 a month, $200 a week filling up this Tahoe. $200 a week filling up this Tahoe. I will not go back and forth with somebody from Cleveland where gas is $33.27. I will not go back and forth with somebody from Cleveland where there are abandoned houses and the school system is non-existent. The only thing you guys have to show is little Bow Wow and LeBron James. So with that all being said, Cleveland, I've never seen a rich trapper not be able to afford a haircut. I've never seen a nigga in Cleveland be able to afford something in California if their name ain't Bow Wow or LeBron James. Right. Cleveland. Poverty. Right. What's minimum wage out there? $2? Okay. Got it. Cleveland.
Maybe that's a start. Maybe that is a starter as to why CHP, who's investigating Drakeo the Roller's murder, maybe that's why they will want to speak to you. Right? Maybe that's why they will want to speak to you. Hey, Nbodge 11. Hey, bruh, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what CHP is investigating. Look at every one of the people who put out information about Drakeo the Roller's murder, asking for tips, is all under CHP. CHP is the one investigating Drakeo the Roller's murder, okay? So, again, you're wrong. So, this dude have came online and have said that he passed the bottle to Draco's killer every week. And then CHP pops up to talk to him about that, and then all of a sudden, it's Poetic Flakko's fault. All of a sudden, how is it my fault? I'm so lost and confused there, okay? How is it my fault? And secondly, how are you shocked they're pulling up to speak to you? Now, we both know what the real is. We both know the information you ain't tell on this live stream. Now, come on. We know Munchie. Don't get to acting surprised now.
Are we, do you have any interest in talking about what has been going on the past couple of days?
Bruh, Adam asks this, man, do you have any, this is how you know, bro, like, in 2,000 years, there will be a case study on the mindset of a gang member. There will really be a case study. People will really have to dissect the mind of a gang member and figure out the saying, I don't know, blood and cuh 1,000 times create a form of CTE, because we need to know. The white man asks you, do you have any interest in talking about an active investigation? And you says, yeah, I don't mind.
Man, all it takes is for a white man to get in front of you and ask you if you want to talk about an open unalignment, and here you are ready to give up your whole community for a moment on no jumper. Clout chasing at its finest. Clout chasing is probably going to be the end of Munchie B.
Huh? What? Wait. Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. Okay, hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. Hold on. I'm confused. Hold on. Ain't talking as much as you do the reason why CHP is popping up outside of no jumper looking to talk to you? The white man looked you in your eyes and said, do you have any interest in talking about an active investigation on camera for 7,000 live people to hear and see? And you said, yeah, on B team. Yeah. What? Listen, bro. I can't begin to understand the level of absurdity and stupidity somebody at this point it's inherent.
At this point, Munchie B is kind of asking to be sent to jail, because if Adam 22 asks you, do you want to talk about an open and active unalignment? Why would you want to talk about this? Why would you want to talk about an open and active unalignment? Why would you tell Adam, nigga, hell no, ain't this an open yurter? But no, you know what I'm saying? Munchie B is desperate for the clout. I mean, you saw what happened when he was off of work at No Jumper for 2 weeks. He couldn't help himself. He had to go back over there. He needs the twos and fews that Adam is giving him, and he knows that if he doesn't provide substantive content that is substantial for Adam or is sufficient for Adam, he's not going to be able to maintain his lifestyle or be able to maintain whatever he's gotten accustomed to doing since he's been on No Jumper for these last couple of years. That gives him something to do with his time outside of the Inglewood swap meet. So, man, Munchie knows if he doesn't tap dance from Master 22, it's gonna be, you feel me, bro? Living in Rancho Cucamonga just proves that you're not getting no chili, bro. Just let it go.
It has to be heredity, bro. All right, the gang members gotta pass. Well, some, not all. Gang members gotta pass down the stupid gene. Cause there's no way on planet Earth the white man, and that's just one white man, two white men, okay? And ain't this how the police be setting up their interrogation room too? This is exactly how the police set up their interrogation room. You got a white boy in front of you and a white boy next to you. This is the good cop right here, and this is the nonchalant bad cop. This is exactly how they set up the interrogation room. The two white boys in the room ask you, do you want to talk about an active investigation with some serious implications where people you know could be going to jail for the rest of their life? And you set up in that room and say, yeah. Oh, yeah, man, on B team, I want to talk about it. I ain't do nothing. I don't know why they coming. I ain't do nothing. Dumb. You think the police is just, you think the police just pulling up? You think they just pulling up to ask Munchie B how his Sunday goes? Really, sir? Really? So you are already behind the 8 ball, man. Now, listen, man, I don't know your situation, Munchie. I don't, bro. I just don't need a situation at all, man. All right? I don't know financially where you're at, bro. But I can almost guarantee you, bro, the money and the clout that you are getting from this ain't worth it, homie. It's not worth people you love about to do life in prison over this. And you thinking, oh, they about to arrest Frankenstein and that's it. No, bro. No, bro. This was a conspiracy. Multiple people conspired to murder Drakeo the Ruler. They're putting together this conspiracy. You came online and publicly said Drakeo the Ruler got murdered after dissing Red Bull. You said that. Frankenstein is Red Bull's right-hand mans. The conspiracy probably starts at the motivation. Why would they do this? Oh, damn. Okay, Frankenstein was really close to Red Bull. Munchie B is Red Bull's homie. Okay, cool. Well, YG and Drakeo had this beef. YG is from Inglewood. Well, not from Inglewood, but YG lived in Inglewood.
Now, that whole situation is crazy work. And Munchie B probably should have just left that whole situation alone. He shouldn't have brought up any names. But since he did, that gave everybody a lot to talk about. And when you give everybody a lot to talk about, everybody's going to have a lot to talk about.
Inglewood, according to him, he started to go over there to rock with the Inglewood families. And the BPS gets involved. Well, because Frankenstein is BPS. Ties in. And the fact that you think this is so black and white that you'll be able to, man, I ain't doing nothing. I don't know what to, bro, shut up. Stop talking. Dummy. Now, you're about to go back on this podcast next week and have a full conversation on all the frenzy and the media and the backlash that took place as a result of this podcast. That's what you're about to do. But, watch how nervous Munchie B is when Adam asks him.
Oh, yeah. Leave that alone.
I mean, it don't matter.
Nah, bro. Y'all got to hear the actual question.
Are we, do you have any interest in?
Now, going back on No Jumper next week and talking about this is actually barbaric. And we know that Adam 22 is going to get Munchie B back on there next week to talk about this situation. And that is incredible. Money 1272, we are no conspiracy theories today, bro. We get that you don't believe nothing. We get it, bro. But today, just go ahead and follow the content because it's actually some real things going on. So we get that you be into your conspiracy theories, Money. I love your conspiracies, bro. I love your conspiracies. But today is actually speaking in fact, and it actually does make sense for CHP to be doing that. So we're just gonna go ahead and just pay attention to the facts of the situation, bro. We're not gonna argue with the facts today. I get that it might not make sense to you, but it does in fact make sense for CHP to be picking up Munchie B, considering where the crime took place.
Talking about what has been going on the past couple of days. We don't leave that alone.
It don't matter because I ain't running or shying away from them because I ain't.
Oh, nah, sir, man, you are stuttering. You are jittery. You are clearly nervous. Yo, the white man gave you an out. He said to you, now I'll be real, bro. A lot of y'all be giving Adam, I think, more backlash than he really deserves, to be honest. Because Adam gave Munchie B an out. Adam said, hey, bro, we don't got to talk about it. Munchie B told Adam to talk about it. So for Munchie B homies who's upset that No Jumper keeps talking about this, keep trying to implicate them, Munchie B told Adam, yeah, we could talk about it. So you told the white man you can have a full conversation about this.
Yeah, he told the white man you can have a full conversation about him, but let any black person ask you about it. They a snitch, they doing too much and all that. But you're talking to Adam 22 about an open unalivement. That right there is just absolutely barbaric and it's barnacles. But it's just an extreme clout chase. There's no reason for this kind of conversation to be made public.
The conversation goes viral. And then you go on your platform, Poetic Flakko is the reason. How is Flakko involved in this? Tell me. I'm confused.
Okay. I'm going to lay out.
Nah, you watch that stutter back real quick. You watch how vicious that stutter was, man.
Are we, do you have any interest in talking about what has been going on the past couple of days? We don't leave that alone.
It don't matter because I ain't running or shying. I ain't.
Okay. I'm gonna lay out the whole timeline. Then I'm gonna say what happened, and also what I'm about to say might be the reason why this podcast is cut short. Perhaps.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully not. But okay. Yesterday, sheriffs come here, or not sheriffs.
CHP, California Highway Patrol.
Okay, they come here. They're looking for Munchie. Josh says, what they what are you looking to speak to him about or whatever? And they say, we're investigating a murder. And Josh, I guess, takes the card, texts Munchie, tells him, gives him the phone number or whatever, and that was that.
Okay. Here's how dumb Munchie B is.
Yeah, at that point, Munchie B should have just opted out of the conversation and went to a different direction. You feel me? That's just the reality of that situation.
Well, right. And this is how I know somebody ain't really from the streets or they're not really a street dude, okay? Here's how you know Munchie B is not the smartest person on earth. Munchie B is sitting in a building. Understand this, okay? Munchie B is sitting in a building. He's sitting in a building with Adam 22, Lush 1, and At No Jumper. Everybody in that building got a lot of love for Drakeo. Those were Draco's homies, bro. Adam was Drakeo the Roller's friend. Lush 1 was Drakeo the Roller's homie. Lush 1 and Drakeo apparently have their rapport. Josh has been around Drakeo because Josh have been like the leader of No Jumper for a while now. You are sitting in the building of people who had a Drakeo the Roller shrine in every podcast they had going on. They took the shrine away because you was on the podcast. So you're in the building with people who got so much love for Drakeo, they created a Drakeo shrine just for the podcast. You're sitting in the building with those people thinking they are about to protect you when the police come. You think those people are about to go outside of their way to protect you? to keep you safe from law enforcement? You think they about to overly go over the top to protect you? Listen, man, these folks are willing to do whatever it takes to solve this Drakeo the Ruler's murder. Understand this.
Yeah, and you are just giving these people all the information that they need to settle a case, to make a case go from bad to worse, and it's just over nothing. Like, again, like, what does Munchie B get out of this besides it's an awful lot of clout. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did it for? An awful lot of clout. That's the only real reason.
Now, you probably ain't the smartest tool in the shed. Adam and Drakeo was really cool, bro. Adam refused to have you on the podcast for 3 years because of your involvement with the people associated with Drakeo the Ruler. It took me telling Adam, yo, bro, it's podcast, don't pick a side, blah, blah. Adam really loved Drakeo the Ruler, bro. Lush One, you see how much Lush One loved Drakeo the Ruler. So you sitting in front of two people, if they could solve Drakeo the Ruler's murder today and get people arrested, they would say, yes, solve that, get them arrested. You're in that building thinking, oh, those the homies, bro. Nah, man, they gonna protect me. Man, what? They want to see you locked up as much as anybody else if you are involved in Drakeo the Ruler's murder, if you are involved. But you sitting there like, these the homies, like these the friends, oh, no, these my guys. They
Exposition Park is owned by the state of California, which is why California Highway Patrol has jurisdiction there. But stop lying, J79. We got love for Money 1272, but he's a conspiracy theorist from New York, and sometimes he's a homie, but he is loud and extremely wrong. So just because it doesn't make sense to him doesn't mean you should waste your time explaining it to him, because he's not going to look for anything outside of a reason to argue with you, because he believes everything in No Jumper is a conspiracy.
It's not your guy.
So I would just recommend just, stop lying, J79. Just enjoy the content, bro.
Nice.
Then today,
At all.
I wouldn't, just, let the whatever.
I don't know.
Bro, you are definitely a conspiracy theorist. He just explains to you why it made sense for the state of California and the California Highway Patrol to be up there, and you're still arguing it. Flakko gave you a reason that made sense. You're arguing it. Stop Lying J79 said California Exposition Park is owned by the state of California, which will give California Highway Patrol jurisdiction. You're arguing with it. Just be easy, bro.
11 a.m. 11:30. They're back. Same dudes, plain clothes.
Wait, hold on.
They're back. 11 a.m. That. Then today at, I don't know, 11 a.m. 11:30. They're back. Same dudes, plain clothes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Driving like a regular truck or something, I guess. And they, again, approach Josh and for some reason offer more information. They say, we're looking for Munchie and Adam, and that we're looking for them because we want to have a conversation about an investigation that we're doing into the murder of Drakeo the Ruler.
Now, again, I personally don't know exactly why they would want to speak to Adam. I have my theories, okay? There's multiple reasons here, right? So, first off, Adam has the...
It makes sense for them to want to talk to Adam because Adam has all the footage. Adam has all the footage. So that would definitely make sense.
Interview with YG, where YG is talking about, Drakeo the Ruler, we be for real. If we want to get you, my guys is going to get you. He said that. They also have, let's say, the Draco's interviews, right? So one, they could be coming to Adam trying to subpoena the actual unedited recordings of the interviews. And that's how you know that this investigation is somewhat in the advanced stages. If they're already trying to get the footage, like subpoena, telling Adam, hey, would you be able to turn this over voluntarily? Now, Munchie, let me ask you a question, Munchie, okay? If Adam is asked to aid this investigation, you think Adam gonna aid it? If Adam is asked to aid this investigation and do whatever he has to do to make sure that the killers of Drakeo the Ruler gets arrested, you think Adam gonna do it? Huh? Of course he is. Of course he is. Adam is gonna turn over whatever he has to turn over. And if Adam don't turn it over, I'm gonna judge Adam.
Now, here's the thing. Flakko is making sure. He said that he's going to judge Adam. Adam Flakko is going to judge you should you not provide the information necessary to get Munchie B locked up. You feel me? When it comes down to this whole situation of 1-2 stepping like Sierra, you have to realize that Adam 22 has his finger on the button and his finger on the pulse. Should Adam decide that he does want to cooperate with law enforcement, damn, I shouldn't have stopped it on that picture of Flakko. That was a crazy place to stop. But it can really take down a lot of people in a lot of different things. Adam 22 could really end it all.
You think Adam, who is damn near best friends with Desto Dub actually flew to Italy for Adam's wedding? Desto Dub was the only person who flew to Italy for Adam's wedding. Everybody else, like myself, AD, we all stayed, right? Because we didn't fly. So Desto Dub, who is literal best friends with Drakeo the Ruler, you think he's going to look at his other best friend Adam and say, what? The police came looking for information on this and you did not help and assist? Why? Because Munchie on the what? Listen, politics will always reign supreme. Adam has a commitment to his politics. Yo, Adam already has a side, Munchie. That's what you don't. Adam already has a side. He's going to cooperate if he has to cooperate, bro. As simple as that. As simple as that. He's gonna have to cooperate. If they come and say, hey, Adam, do you have any footage of Munchie B coming in and out the building with a gun? We might can use that when we catch him with the gun coming in and out the building one of these days. We gonna need the footage with him with the gun on him, so we can tie everything in, to get him in jail on some petty charges, then probably keep him in jail and make him fight to get out of jail, and eventually he turns. Can we get the footage of Munchie B committing any crimes? You think Adam ain't turning over any footage? Dumb.
Now, Adam 22 for sure is going to give up everything. Adam is going to tell. Adam is going to, it's not going to go the way anybody thinks it's going to go outside of the police. If you think that Adam 22 is going to save you for any reason, you are incredibly misinformed. Adam 22 cares about Adam 22.
So outside of subpoenaing the Drakeo the Rulers and YG interview, Adam about the building politics. Understand this for a second, okay? You got one co-host, Munchie B, who is actively plotting, in my opinion, to get me murdered. Okay? Right? He's actively plotting to get me murdered. So you got one employee actively plotting to murder another employee. And then you have the brother of Drakeo the Ruler, who Munchie B claims he's passing the bottle to his killer. You got the brother in the building too. So now you have a workplace building with the brother of Drakeo the Ruler's killer, his best friend, in the building. You got an employee who made a video talking about it, who the other employee who is involved or implicated in this Drakeo the Ruler situation, he wants to kill this employee for making this video about Drakeo the Ruler's death, and Drakeo the Ruler's brother is also in the building. So now you have a situation where the police like, hold on, hold on, what's going on? What's going on here? What? You got who is in what building? What in what? Okay, let's talk to Adam to make sure the situation is under control.
Yeah, when it says all that, let's talk to Adam 22 and not only make sure the situation's under control, let's see what he knows about this situation that's currently developing and getting worse.
So that's the only involvement I think they come into Adam for. We need to subpoena unedited versions of those footage that you have with Drakeo the Ruler and YG. And
well, Adam's already participated with law enforcement. You got to remember that this isn't the first time Adam's participated with law enforcement. You remember with the Big U situation, Adam said that he participated. You got to remember with the Jay Reed fade. Remember that fight with Jay Reed and Jay Reed Alley? Adam 22 said that he gave the content to the police. You feel me? That's it. Like, he said that he gave the content to the police. So with that all being said, it's not Adam's first time talking to the police.
Other people, And we also need to talk about the workplace politics. It's really that simple, right? But Munchie B, for some reason, like he's trying to come across as cool as a fence, but he's stuttering.
As cool as a fence, nigga. Fences get hot. As cool as a fan, nigga. Fences get hot.
He's like he's like panicking, but still trying to come across as like, I'm not worried, bro. You worried?
Which was, I mean, I can only speak for myself. Was mind blowing to me because I'm perfectly happy telling everybody what my involvement with Drakeo was, which was like over the years we did 3 interviews. Hang out, video shoots, see him at parties here and there, whatever. Never ever did we ever talk about any like street stuff or beef stuff or whatever. I wasn't really like so immersed in having those conversations at that time. And we kind of stayed out of like even talking about it on the podcast and stuff just because it was kind of close to home at the time.
But like the most salacious convos.
Hey, Chad, do y'all see Walk with Big Josh eating Cleveland made Dame all the way up? Man, Walk with Big Josh is on his head, bro. Are y'all looking at the chat? Whooping this boy feet. Dang, Cleveland made Dame fight back, bro, because he's making you look like somebody who has a little bit of education from a poverty-stricken city like Cleveland.
We're on the pod, basically.
Yeah, for sure. He says on the podcast it was a little out there, but not anything that I would expect the cops to like want to question me about. So that was kind of shocking. And then also, I'll let Munchie speak, but like,
hold on. When you say he said, like, who you talking about? Like when y'all potted? Because I remember when AD was sitting next to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, he was kind of. I think in that interview that we did, that he probably spoke more about like his beef and like people that he didn't like than like on anything else. So at least that was the most me and him ever talked about. I never had an off-camera conversation about him with any street. And
if anybody say anything bad about Money 1272, I'm gonna put you out my chat. I'm the only one that can talk about money.
Obviously, like, why would
now Adam? But Munchie, if you going for this, man, yo, listen, bro. Do y'all think that Adam and Drakeo the Ruler never had a conversation?
Wait, so do you think that Adam 22 is Flakko trying to say that Adam 22 is setting up Munchie B? Is that what he's like getting at? Adam 22 is setting up Munchie B to get flu, flam, skull dug, and larceny?
About street stuff.
With that being said, is Wack a part of this plot to finesse and skull dug Munchie B? Because he's helping Adam do it? Because we know that Wack and Flakko don't like Munchie B. But Flacco's making a good point. Do you think that Adam 22 will go against Drakeo the Ruler and the legacy of for Munchie B? With that being said, is Adam 22 helping Wack 100? Take this back. Is Adam 22 being used by Wack 100 as Flakko is being used by Wack 100 to ultimately take down Munchie B? Man, no, I'm live, bro. I'm live. So take what's mine. Am I seeing what they're doing here? Am I picking up what they putting down? I'm just trying to see.
Like off camera, like be real, bro. Y'all think Adam 22 and how Adam vocabulary is, how Adam you think Adam and Drakeo never had a conversation about who his enemies are, who he hates, who he don't like, who's a hoe, how when he catch him he's gonna be this. You think Adam 22 never proud about some, I don't know, conversations behind the scenes that maybe the world isn't privy to? You really think that Adam was hanging out with Drakeo the Ruler and never asked these questions? Munchie, trust Munchie, bruh. Munchie.
So Flakko is saying that Adam 22 is setting up Munchie B. That's what this situation is. Flakko is maintaining that Adam 22 is on, the prowl to get rid of Munchie B. That's incredible.
See, you don't know what you have gotten yourself into. Adam is gonna choose Drakeo the Ruler over you 10 times out of 10. Lush is gonna choose Drakeo the Ruler 10 times out of 10 over you. Josh, 10 times out of 10. Everybody in that building is gonna choose Drakeo the Ruler over you. That's just a fact, bro. That's just a fact, bro. A fact. Okay? A fact. Now, you should probably deal with the building politics and leave Flakko out of it, okay? Because how the hell you sitting here and they talking about, hey, bro, we want to talk to Adam. The police came and said, hey, bro, yo, this how I know Munchie B is dumb. The police came and said, hey, bro, we want to talk to Adam. We think Adam can assist this investigation. We want to talk to Adam. And you as a suspect is sitting in front of the man they want to talk to talking some more. You can't make this up, bro. Excuse me? Fair.
Now, here's the thing. My man Money said Money is conspiracy theorist. Money, all right, come on, Money. Let's get into the conspiracies. And this is what I've been saying. Adam, Munchie B, all right, let me see. And this is what I've been trying to say, trying to get Munchie B to be something, trying to get Munchie B to say something, or Adam to trap telling you whack hands all over this, bro. Yeah. But at the same time, too, is whack hands all over Munchie B going on Clubhouse saying that he passed the bottle to somebody who is wanted in the involvement of an open 187? Is that whack too? Do we blame whack for that? Or like what's going on, man? You feel me? I'm not saying that whack is not adding fuel to the fire, but I'm saying Munchie B started it for sure. I'm not saying that Flakko's not adding fuel to the fire, but Munchie B started the fire for sure. Didn't nobody tell Munchie B to get on Clubhouse and say that? So would whack have anything to instigate if Munchie B didn't make stupid decisions? Munchie B wasn't clout chasing on the internet for no absolute reason, for literally for free? Literally for free. Munchie B talking about what happened to Drakeo is 100% a clout chase. If you didn't do it, why are you talking about it? Unless you're chasing clout. Unless you're not a big enough name on your own to have a buzz and you need the legacy of somebody else to be a buzz.
Hold on, bro. Yo, if I committed a robbery, okay? If I committed a robbery and I robbed the home of one of my coworkers, right? I robbed the home of one of my coworkers' friend, okay? Now, I robbed the home of one of my coworker friend, okay? I come to work the next day. And the police show up and said, I want to speak to the coworker and I want to speak to Flakko. Huh? What? No, hold on. Wait, what? Huh? Why you want to talk to him for? My mind.
Now,
right?
here's the thing.
My mind.
All right, let's talk about it. Fact, but anything after that is police work. Okay, so we're saying that after Munchie B spoke on Drakeo the Ruler getting unalive, anything after that spoken by anybody is them being a snitch and working with the police, right? Is that what we're saying? Chat, are we agreeing that Munchie B made a statement after Drakeo the Ruler got unalived? Munchie B made a statement. Anybody who made a statement about Munchie B's statement after that, they're a snitch. Is that what we're agreeing on? Is that what we're saying? I need to know before I make this next statement.
Why you want to talk to him for? Huh? Hold on, bro. I robbed his friend's house. I didn't rob his house. Why you want to talk to him for? They obviously want to talk to him because they believe he knows something. They believe he can assist with the investigation. So isn't your best interest not to say a goddamn thing to that person? The minute I hear, oh, the police want to speak to my coworker about a robbery I committed, okay, we done having a conversation. We done talking.
The cops care about off-camera conversations. Not like I have any kind of insider knowledge.
Now, the world is a crazy place when Flakko's giving valuable street information and valuable street knowledge and valuable street tips to the gang members.
I was kind of
the world is a crazy place.
Shocked to hear
we
that
done
they wanted to talk to me.
Okay, he said, I'm not saying, he goes, no, I'm not saying anyone that's saying anything or making a situation. Wait, hold on. My bad, I can't see that small. No, I'm not saying anyone that say anything. I'm saying making other situations up within the situation is police-ish. Okay, well, Munchie B is doing a bunch of police-ish because after Drakeo the Ruler got unalive, he made a video where he was mocking him, acting like getting poked up in the neck. That's one. Number two, you said that everything that was of Drakeo the Ruler got removed from No Jumper because you didn't want blah, blah, blah. That's two. You said whatever you said about passing the bottle. That's three. You've made numerous comments about Ralphie the Plug being up there and never mentioning you or saying anything about you. If somebody was up there who said something about my brother or blah, 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 my brother, I would blah, 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 blah. This is after Drakeo the Ruler's unalivement. That's four. Munchie B also said that he kicked Draco's body. That's five. So is Munchie B making up own police shit on himself? Because I'm just trying to see when we're going to start watching World's Dumbest Criminals. I just gave you 5 examples of him actually adding to the situation after Drakeo the Ruler's unalivement. So I'm just trying to figure out when we're going to start watching World's Dumbest Criminals. I'm mad because I'm sick of having LA niggas end up looking dumb. Bro, I'm mad on behalf of the coast. We got to stop going on the internet looking stupid. But that's beef-ish. But I don't. But does a judge care? Oh, that's beef. Oh, we can't. You're not going to prosecute them that because they were having beef. No, nigga, that's a crime. You call it beef. The prosecutor call it a crime. You call it issues with the ops. They call that shit violation of penal codes. Penal codes. Penal codes. I'm sick of all the LA gangbangers making us look stupid. I'm sick of all of them. I'm sick of all the hypocrisy from these ninjas who ain't catching fades, who catching hats for free, going to jail over nothing, not making no money. Because me being an LA nigga, when I'm in the chat, all I hear is, oh man, y'all Cali niggas. That's because us Cali niggas keep doing stupid stuff on the internet. Yeah, I'm a little bothered by it. Being from Los Angeles, California, being from South Central, yes, my nigga, this is dumb. I am upset. I am bothered. I am flustered. We not tired of LA niggas making LA look stupid? Niggas from Cleveland in the chat watching us. Niggas from New York in the chat watching us. And everybody got an opinion about our politics because our politics are so grainy because nobody's following the rules online. And now we got Flakko giving gang members logical advice about how to commit crime on camera. Are we not tired of watching world's dumbest criminals? Come on, my nigga. Trap, answer me this. Would you go online and whack? My nigga, I haven't gone online with any of these type of Flu Flammer, Skulldugger, or Larson's behaviors. None. I've been in the situations. Not doing it. There's nothing you can do to get me to tell on me and or my friends. No. I'm not adding crimes to people. I'm not insinuating crimes to people. I'm not insinuating illegal activities to people. I'm not doing it. It's so many things that I know that I just don't talk about until it get brought to the internet. This is dumb. And I get that for you guys watching. It's a beautiful crash out. You guys love to see people like Munchie B continue to be the world's dumbest criminals because you get to watch the dumb criminal every day. I love watching dumb criminals. There's an entire category of YouTube set up to dumb criminals. I get why you guys love the dumb criminality of the Los Angeles gang culture. This is looking stupid though because I'm living and working and cooperating and handling amongst these gang members. You feel me? So excuse me if it is looking a little bit idiocy. That's all I'm saying. And 100, I'll say this about Munchie B. You destroyed your gang career when you got on the internet no jumper, big dog. Because the blood that everybody once knew, feared, and respected, blah, 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 brother, that image has been tarnished. That whole mythic figure, or maybe not, blah, blah, bro, we watching this whole thing play out. You feel me?
About it.
And the majority of
and now we to the point where we got niggas who think living in San Bernardino County have actual opinions on LA culture. We got niggas who think living in San Bernardino County versus living in LA County is a flex. Speaking on LA culture. Crazy. Wild.
all the interviews you did with him, the beefs that he did discuss, even in the first, it was like rap beefs.
That's the wildest part about it. Niggas will come from Cleveland and come to California thinking they live in a dream and go live in San Bernardino County and then think they doing something and then come into the chat and really talk like they did something, like they know, oh, I know LA, because they watch YouTube videos and they lived in San Bernardino County. That's wild that somebody can live in Yisuyef, capital of America, and think that they know something about Los Angeles, California because they watching this misinformation. Crazy.
And things of that nature.
Muhammad, you feel me, bro? It's crazy how that work out.
Nature primarily.
Yeah.
Lush, what do you think got him killed? No. Lush, what do you think got him killed? Lush, you think that Drakeo the Ruler and YG Beef was not involved in this at all? What are we talking about here? Yo, Adam, bro, during the interview, he only talked about his beef with YG. Nah, man. That wasn't no street stuff. That was just, that was.
Drakeo the Ruler made multiple claims towards Munchie B. while at No Jumper, made comments about him being blind, so forth and so on, blah, 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 blah. So that's not something that was new either.
It was just, that wasn't no street stuff. That was some rap stuff. Oh. Okay. Nah, man, that was some rap stuff. That wasn't no street stuff, bro. That was just rap stuff, bro. So what do you think got him killed? So you haven't been paying attention to nothing we've been talking about, Lush, huh? You have not been paying attention to anything we've been discussing, like at all, huh? At all. Lush, let me break it down.
Well, we know that Lush is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Down for you, okay?
Not the brightest star in the sky. Not the healthiest apple on a tree.
Okay. All the dusty street dudes like Munchie and whoever who wanted to kill Drakeo the Ruler, they couldn't get access to Drakeo the Ruler. Drakeo the Ruler was driving in a $600,000 Cullinan. Drakeo the Ruler was living in a $2.5 million house. Drakeo the Ruler had a security guard with him at all times. And if he did not have a security guard, Drakeo was doing drive-bys in his Rolls Royce. Drakeo was terrorizing them folks. These dusty street dudes did not have access to Drakeo. It took the rap beef. It took somebody with just as much money as Drakeo the Ruler, just as much.
Now, YFN Lucci style pop outs out the Rolls Royce. That's sick. That's sick, because there's only one person that ever knew to get cracking out the Cullinan. You feel me? Shout out to Lucci.
Power, clout, and control as Drakeo the Ruler, right? To allegedly put some plays in to feed over Drakeo the Ruler to these street dudes. So if you're still talking in 2026 as if this YG element of Drakeo the Ruler's beef has nothing to do with this, then I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, then you don't know what to tell me, because I don't think that YG had nothing to do with it. We ain't never heard YG come out or say anything about this situation, so I'm not going to put this on YG. I don't think that YG would have anything to do in a situation. I don't think that YG has anything to do or any knowledge of the situation, because we have never heard YG speak on a situation. So since YG has never spoken on a situation outside of saying that it don't have nothing to do with him, we're going to go with the fact that it has nothing to do with him, because there's no evidence, there's no anything of a police report or of actual fact that will tie YG into this. Munchie B made a statement that he shouldn't have made, saying that he passes the bottle to Drakeo the Ruler's unaliver. That means that he has knowledge of the unaliver and he knows the whereabouts at certain locations or certain times of the unaliver. YG has never put himself in any type of situation. So there's nothing giving us any type of rumor, speculation, or any type of rumor to think that YG had anything to do with it. So I don't think that that's fair to add to him.
Yeah, we're talking about RJ and shit.
Yeah,
We weren't
like
talking about
Scheme and RJ and like, you feel me?
a lot of the street stuff with Drakeo, Stink Team, etc. really only like started to make sense to me once it was all said and done. When I'm like watching the Trap Lord Ross video and I'm kind of like, oh, this is how all these different pieces fit together. Got it.
The thing, okay, I'm confused about a couple of things though.
Well, I did want to offer it to Munchie first.
Yeah, go ahead,
See
Munchie.
what he thinks about it.
Shit, I don't live at No Jumper. Why they keep coming here? That's all. I mean, I don't know.
They came at 11:30. We'd be doing the news normally at noon. They probably thought you was finna be there at like that time.
Oh yeah, shit. I ain't homeless. I don't live here.
And then yeah, you said, why didn't they just go to my house if they were trying to talk to me?
Right. So that's all.
Why is it the CHP? That's what I'm confused about.
I don't know. I had my lawyer hit them. No, they ain't return no email or no call. So
Oh, for real? Because I called the number on
the card.
the card that they gave me and he didn't pick up, but it said it was an office number, not a cell number.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I probably called them like an hour after they came here. So I definitely didn't probably.
An hour after they came today.
Yeah, I called them. And my plan was basically like, I'm going to invite him in. I was going to Google this, but I was going to basically look up, like, do I have to divulge if I'm recording audio, having conversations with law enforcement? But then
Well, I would imagine if they came into No Jumper, which is the podcast studio, the fact that you're being recorded for sound and audio would just make sense, considering the fact that No Jumper is a podcast studio.
I was going to basically tell them, hey, I'm recording audio, just so y'all know. And then,
yo, I love Adam, bro. Yeah. Yo, I love Adam, bro. Yo, I love Adam. Yo, but listen, yo, you kind of have to like sit back and look at Munchie B and really like question Munchie B, okay? Like you gotta really question like Munchie B's, I guess, like as a street dude, okay? So Adam is telling Munchie B, listen, right? When the police come, I'm for sure gonna talk to them, right? Like I'm for sure going to invite them in.
And at that point, why wouldn't you just get up? You feel me? Like, and that's my point right there. It don't matter from LA or not. Like bro said, it's making niggas look bad. Like bro, yes, it looks terrible. Because even forget gangs, it just makes it seem like we just have a lack of education. California has some of the best school systems in America. Los Angeles has some of the best school systems in America. So I don't know why we're not highlighting that. Like, how can the same place where we have Silicon Valley have these niggas? Like, how can that all be the same state? How can the same state that gave us like Uber give us this? Uber's amazing. We love Uber. We love DoorDash. San Francisco Tech, STEM programs, STEAM programs. A lot of you niggas don't even know what STEM and or STEAM programs are. How could the same state that gives us mass technology and mass intelligence, artificial intelligence, Google, Facebook, all this kind of stuff, all these amazing things that help just push the technological culture forward, Tesla, you feel me? That is in Los Angeles. A Tesla factory, SpaceX, all that kind of stuff is in Los Angeles, in California. And we got this type of shit. Like, yeah, my dude, like, this is dumb. We look stupid. We look stupid. Y'all not tired of looking dumb?
To the crisp AC, and I'm going to have a full-length conversation about any and everything they want to have a conversation with. Now, Munchie, you think your name ain't going to come up in that conversation? Now, again, Adam might think he could like outsmart the police. Adam might think he could talk. Man, listen, bro. Adam is just laying the groundwork, Munchie. I don't even think that Adam believes he's going to invite the police in and record them without their permission. Adam is laying the groundwork, Munchie. So when you find out
so Flakko is basically saying that Adam 22 said that Munchie B got you.
About 3 to 6 months that Adam had a full-on conversation with CHP, when you find out, you're not shocked. I told you on the podcast I would. I told you on the podcast I would have this conversation.
And I was going to basically probably just put it out on the podcast to like let people know, because anything they're going to want to say to me, unless it's some real out there.
They record it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was just going to record it and put it out there so that people could hear the conversation. I don't know if they would have been upset about that or if they would have tried to push back against me recording.
That might be all right, though.
I think it is.
You're allowed to observe police
That
activity,
might be all right, though. Oh, my God.
Especially if it's like regarding you. You're supposed. That's why if you watch, like, I know you watch a lot of the arrest footage and body cam.
I watched like 2 of them already today.
Yeah. Okay. And they're
You know that shit.
Yeah. I like end my night with it and like sometimes begin my day with it.
And how often do you like hear the people being like, well, I'm recording, and they're like, that's okay, we are too. That's very.
But I mean, clearly you don't give a about having this conversation because you're here, you're live. We were all anticipating when you were coming here today.
Mm-hmm.
We were all kind of expecting the cops to just like pop out of the car when you pulled up.
And who called you and told you like, hey, bro, don't come? So
yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the thing. Cleveland made name. Yes, that did actually come. I mean, with all jokes aside, a lot of those things came from Northern California, came from San Francisco specifically, or the Silicon Valley. For those of y'all who enjoy hydroponics, you know what I'm saying? Good, little sticky icky. How can the same brilliant minds that brought us Humboldt County think that it's okay to go on? You know what? I just thought about that. You know the growers in Humboldt County, you know what they never do? Get on YouTube and talk about their illegal grows. Never do it. You never do it. You know what? All the black market marijuana dispensaries who've made millions upon millions and stimulated $1 billion economy through the state of California that literally helped pull the entire United States out of a recession. You know what they never do? Go on YouTube and talk about their beefs with each other. They never go on YouTube and they talk about their crimes. Never. They never talk about the fact how they are tucked in the mountains, up in Humboldt County doing whatever it is they're doing. They don't talk about the government raids. They don't talk about the field workers. They don't talk about their work with the cartels. They don't talk about any of it. But yet somehow the gang members, as they fall on the bottom of the totem pole of the criminal world, for real, the only thing lower than a gang member is a yimp, because you dependent on a yo. You feel me? Just talking about everything. Just giving up all the queen's secrets. Giving up all the queen's secrets. That's just for nothing. And the coldest part about it, and this will make it the dumbest, this will make it the dumbest. Guess what they're doing it for? Nothing. Nothing at all. So why do I get so irritated and why do I get so frustrated? Because they are representing myself. Unfortunately, Adam 22 represents the West Coast, which represents Trap News Network, which represents me. It is what it is. Niggas be like, oh, that'll represent me, that'll represent me. But to those of y'all who are outside of California, y'all group us all into a box. So I have to take my accountability for doing whatever it is I've done in life that has put me into that box. These are the idiots and the goofballs representing me, and it looks terrible. So yes, I'm going to say something about the representation that is being given on my behalf. It looks horrible. We don't all agree with this level of stupidity. It's a sad day when Flakko's giving LA gang members tips and tricks on how to stay out of jail and what not to say online.
So again, let's rewind real quick. Adam says him and everybody in that building and in that room, they had a strange feeling the police is gonna pop up on Munchie B when he shows up. Munchie, ask yourself, who told you not to come?
Kind of expecting the cops participating when you were coming. You're here, you're live. We were all anticipating when you were coming here today. We were all kind of expecting the cops to just like pop out of the car when you pulled up and have a conversation with you. Apparently,
I was kind of like prepared for that.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. So first off, they expected the police to pop up on you, and nobody gave you a call like, hey, Munchie, it might not be a good idea to show up, bro. The police might pop up on you when you come. Nobody gave you like that warning. And then secondly, this dumb said, oh yeah, I fully expected for the police who's actively investigating Drakeo the Ruler's murder to pop up on me, and you still came and you still showed up. Listen, I'm a civilian. I don't commit crimes, bro.
So you guys are mad at me for being upset that this is my representation? You can't be mad at me that I wanted representation for my taxation. That's all I'm saying. I just want some better representation.
I don't commit crimes. I'm a civilian, and I'm still not popping up. I'm still not popping up somewhere that I expect for the police to be. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not home. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not popping up where I expect the police to ambush me, bro. The fact that you are actively willing to be ambushed by the police tells me everything I need to know. It's straight up.
Yeah.
But you're not worried about having that conversation or anything?
About what? To the, I don't got no conversation for them because I don't know. That's what lawyer. You talk to my lawyer.
That's what your approach would be?
Hey, look, right hand of God. All the moderators, if you see anybody put, this is not a live stream, this is a premiere, please block them. Block them from the chat. Ban them. Okay?
Whoa.
Ban them for like 24 hours. If it's been on
That's a lot of money.
That really upset Flakko. He didn't like to say that.
Money for something where, like, if I felt like I had even a semblance of plausible criminal issues, I would get my lawyer involved. But being that I have zero to offer, I wasn't really worried about it. But
I don't got nothing to offer too. But you know, they get to creating narratives and they might, you know what I'm saying, they mind. They like delusional. You know, a journalist like you was cheating and you was been on camera all these hours and there's no females nowhere. And you was hugged up on Skid Row. And
yo, at some point during this conversation, like they bring me up, and I'm like, how in the world?
See, supposedly.
Yeah,
no, I ain't worried about that shit.
I'm just saying, like, if I had ever even like been in a car with Drakeo where someone had a gun, or where like if I had even like seen a drug deal one time, then I would maybe be like a little bit like, oh. But also,
Man, yeah, I love.
And you love how Adam 22 just continues to maintain his innocence. Adam 22 maintains a certain level of discretion and separation from this entire subject, this entire matter, but still able to talk about it and get niggas to incriminate themselves.
Adam, bro. Yo, bro. Adam, I love Adam. Yo, bro. Adam, my dog, yo. Bro, Adam be spinning these gang members, bro. Bro, Adam be taking these dudes through a.
And again, I hate to say it, but everything Flakko is saying is true. At what point do niggas stop letting Adam 22 whoop him over the head?
Spinner. Yo, you think that Adam 22, who has hung out with Drakeo the Ruler extensively on multiple occasions, have never seen Drakeo the Ruler with a gun? Have never seen Drakeo the Ruler with drugs?
Well, he just said that he never seen Drakeo the Ruler with a gun or a drug. So, there is that. He said it.
Drugs. Man, all right, bro.
I never been 5 or 10 feet away
Adam be
from
spinning these
them
niggas, man.
Just like Whack. I never been around Whack a day in my life.
Right.
I mean, if you look at, for people that have been watching like this case or just, this story from the beginning, it seems like the LAPD in general has exhibited a lot of ineptitude. They don't really seem to know too much. I'm wondering if like these recent videos and documentaries kind of brought the attention to them as to where they're like,
well, that's the question is, did the videos provoke them to take the investigation more serious, or
are the videos 100% right?
Because in Flakko's video, he claimed to have insider information from the cops about their investigation and how they were going to arrest this guy. I think that all of us who know him kind of thought that there was probably a really good chance that was, and that he was just saying that because.
Hey, Flakko don't know nothing, man.
No, Flakko doesn't know anything, but Flakko has common sense, and he could just pretty much see if the sun comes up in the morning, well, it must go down in the evening. Not too hard to figure out that. You know what I'm saying? So Flacco's actually not doing any actual police work. I don't think that the police are talking to Flakko at all. I think that Flakko just has a common sense God gave a goldfish, and he's able to see that if you kick a brick wall barefoot, you're probably going to break your foot.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. Flakko don't know nothing. Okay? I don't know a goddamn thing. You think it was a play? You think I was BSing? Hey, man, I was BSing.
Wait, think that you was what?
It was a play. You think I was BSing?
Ooh, that one looked like it hurt. One more time.
A goddamn thing. You think it was a play? You think I was
That one looked like it hurt. Man, pray for Flakko, man. Pray for Flakko.
BSing? Hey, man, I was BSing, okay? I was BSing.
Somebody from the streets told him some and he was basically like chalking it up to the cops to make it seem more official just because I wouldn't really put that past Flakko.
Do cops say that to regular people, like citizens, and we're going to arrest this guy?
No, he was putting extras on it. He got the snitch order and he loved wearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Then okay. Oh, okay. If you is going along with Flakko, don't know nothing about nothing, I just be talking. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I agree. I agree. I don't want to be anywhere near an active murder investigation. Then why are you now going around saying Poetic Flakko is involved? It's Flakko's fault. How is it Flakko's fault, bro? Right? How you get yourself in an active murder investigation and you get to talk about, but what about the crimes that Flakko committed? What crimes I committed? I'm confused, man. All right. How you get yourself involved in an active investigation that you get to say this Flakko fault after you said on live stream that Flakko be capping, that Flakko don't be talking to the police. That Flakko ain't never talked to the police. Hey, bro, I agree. Brother, I agree with you. Flakko was capping. I was BSing. I ain't never talked to the police, okay? Okay, I'm just making content. So I agree with you, sir. All right, I agree. Now it's starting to get real.
No, but that's a real talk, though. Because when it comes down to the whole situation, you looking at the situation as a whole in totality. We're playing with a situation where somebody has lost their life. You know what I'm saying? The situation with Drakeo the Ruler has become so sensationalized and used for clickbaits and trolls and memes and disrespect towards this person or disrespect towards that person. There's a person who has lost their life here. We need to be a little bit more conscious of that and probably be a lot more sensitive to that. You feel me? And with that all being said, you gotta understand that the police are gonna want their man when it comes to this. Like, how long can this situation continue before, somebody has to come to justice as far as, whatever X, Y, and Z is concerned. Now, when it comes to Adam 22 and all that kind of stuff, that's different. I don't want to back and forth X, Y, and Z, so forth and so on. I would just like to hope that Adam 22 is not really setting up Munchie B, but the world we live in.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. KT_TV1. Enjoy, my brother. Okay, enjoy. It's over with, bro. Yeah. It's over with. Enjoy, okay? Have a good ride to Troll Heaven, okay? KT, have a good ride to Troll Heaven. Okay. 24 hours, come back. All right, you out of here, son. Get your bitch ass on. All right, now, okay, now, yeah. Pre-recorded lot. You are out of here. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all get to trolling, saying it's pre-recorded to try to derail the chat. I ain't going for that. You out of here. All right, get your bitch ass on. Bye. Right, respectfully though. All right, come back in 24 hours, and you won't be a bitch ass nigga in 24 hours. Okay, but right now you're a bitch ass nigga. In 24 hours, you'll be one of the homies again. Okay, but yeah, all right, come back in 24 hours. But back to this though. Yeah, no facts. Okay, yeah. If Flakko was capping, I'm capping. Okay, cool. All right. But how you go from this to saying, oh, poetic Flakko involved? How is Flakko involved? Because you guys have yourself in an active investigation. I'm confused here, right? And not only did you get yourself into an active investigation, straight up. That's what.
About 3 weeks.
Say that something like this was gonna happen. Now, Wack can speak about this more, and Wack can probably say the things that I can't say for obvious reasons. I can't say these things.
Wack and Flakko are an evil combination, boy. They are an evil combination, man. These are the super villains the world never needed.
But let's see what Wack 100 has to say about this, man.
Must come down. What goes up must come down. Gotta go. What's up, man? On the side of YouTube streets? We back in the metaverse. We meta bang. Yeah. How long you been knowing this? Back about 3 weeks. The question Munchie B, it went to no jumper. Look at the talk to Munchie B, the question Munchie B. Yeah. How long you been knowing this? Back about 3 weeks.
Now, how the Wack 100 know this? Okay. Now let's just say this, man. Right, me and Wack have frequent conversations. Now when Wack says he knew this for 3 weeks, I wonder exactly what he knew. Okay, I wonder.
Wack ain't know nothing for 3 weeks. We all just have common sense and can see what Munchie B was doing, and it's only a matter of time before police look into the situation. Nobody knew anything, bro. I am extremely doubtful in any of these dudes' abilities to speak to police and or law enforcement about the situation. I'm extremely doubtful in any of these dudes' ability to have an inside source or plug in the situation. Munchie B just said something dumb, and we could all see the writing on the wall.
Exactly what he knew, but he got this, or the information was funneled through a civilian who be antagonizing the streets. Okay, y'all figure out who the civilian that be antagonizing the streets is. But Wack says something very specific. Let's see if we could skip forward and find what Wack had to say.
But you born in 89, so 89 friend to contact foe 1 years in the game. Anytime you still 21 years in the game and you coming on social media and you claiming to know who unalived somebody on an open, cold case, high profile case, such as Drakeo the Ruler, case that's tied up right now in courts with companies as large as Live Nation. I gotta say, you can't be what you say you are. Now let's talk about it. I use friend to contact foe to get.
So basically, Wack is going to go into this whole dissertation about how he had somebody hit up Spody Face to talk about the situation with Munchie B, and he manipulated Munchie B and Spody Face without their knowledge. Because Wack's the smartest person ever. Because chat, there's nobody in our internet space, there's nobody in our content space smarter than Wack 100. Nobody. He is the literal smartest person ever. What will we ever do without the genius of Wack 100?
A question to fold.
Hold on, what that means? Hold on, what that means?
I deal with different people.
Hold on, Wack. Is you saying? Hold on, Wack. Is you saying? Hold on. Is you saying what I think you're saying? Now, Wack is about to break down how he knew about this for a while now, and he got a question of Munchie B inadvertently, and based on this particular question, he knew Munchie B was all bad. Here's what Wack 100 had to say. Again, I think Wack is about to get to somewhere I think he's getting to.
Every person
goodness gracious, let's just get to Flakko's reaction. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's just get to Flakko's reaction because he's going to just repeat what I just said anyway.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
It's really hard to get through.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. For y'all who just came, okay? Wack is breaking down exactly how he already knew Munchie B was in some deep trouble and that No Jumper was going to be getting a visit from the police pretty soon, just based on Munchie B's activities and how deceptive and coy Munchie B has been. Now, Wack is about to break down how he already knew for 3+ weeks now that Munchie B was in some deep trouble, that Munchie B knew a lot more about this Drakeo the Ruler murder situation that he was not letting on. Now, Wack breaks this down in his live stream. Now, Wack starts off.
Chat, who's in here with me? I want to ask y'all a question.
By saying, yo, this guy Munchie B, well, I knew he got a call 3 weeks ago. And I put the kite in to try to figure out, okay, is he going to be honest about it? Because why wouldn't a gangbanger be honest about talking to the police if the police called, but for some reason, you know, like Munchie B lied.
And when you got that call from Spody.
Well, here's the thing too. Spody Face is not from the same hood as Munchie B. It's not from the same community as Munchie B. When it's all said and done, they don't have any loyalties to each other outside of No Jumper. So if we're speaking in 100% fairness, it would make 100% sense for Munchie B not to tell Spody Face about anything he may or may not know about the situation with Drakeo the Ruler, because should he know something about the situation with Drakeo the Ruler, he doesn't, he doesn't know it to have been done or dealt with Spody Face. They're not in on it together. You feel me? Spody Face has no actual, correspondence with this situation. So why would he talk to Spody Face about this? That would never, you know what I'm saying? Like that really wouldn't make sense. You feel me? I don't think that Munchie spoke to the police. I'm agreeing with you there. I don't think that Munchie B ever spoke to the police, because they're saying like, oh, why would he lie to Spody Face? Because they're not from the same hood and technically their hoods are enemies. That's a really good reason to lie to somebody. It's a really good reason. Not saying that is a reason, but that's not really adding up. Like, we keep hearing this over and over, but that doesn't really make sense. Like, that point that Wack and Flakko are pushing, that doesn't really sound too logical in the overall synopsis of the situation. We're looking at it as a whole. You feel me? Because, again, these niggas ain't homies. They didn't grow up together. They mamas ain't homies. They daddies ain't homies.
His Spody Face, man.
Hold on, rewind real quick. A call
from the police about Drakeo. I bet you won't put that on Inglewood family. You want to ask by Spody Face if you got a call from the police about Drakeo the Ruler's unaliving. And when you got that call from Spody Face, and Spody Face may not like me right now, but he been to the pen, and I think he didn't sat back and told himself, hold on, I'm dealing with something different. I'm dealing with something that's playing with my mind. So if I'm in my emotions, I can't stand in front of this dude. When Spody Face called you, Munchie B, and said, hey, did you get a call from the police about Drakeo? You lied and told him no. You lied and told Spody Face no. You had no idea that was Wack talking to you. But I knew I couldn't ask you. I knew that my guy who gave me the information couldn't ask you. So my guy is cool with Spody Face. Send it at Spody Face, have him ask him. Munchie B pick that call up. And you know what you did? You lied. Well, Wack, how you know the police called him? Because I got a civilian over here.
July like a calendar. July like a calendar, my friend.
Here, who antagonizes the streets, who talks to the police. And he lets me
Sounds like Flakko.
know what they telling him. And I listen. I'm going to listen. It's information.
Is it?
That's Flakko. Sounds like Flakko to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, listen, man. It's information. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Now, clearly there's some things that I can't say. Clearly there's information that I probably know that I cannot say. I can't let that information go. I cannot repeat the information. But, right, because for clear and obvious reasons, y'all know why I can't do it. Let's just say this, man, okay? Munchie B is in for a long ride. And it's not Flakko, it's not, you feel me? I'm not the one that's responsible for this. No, I just know information. Munchie B is in for a long ride. And he got himself into this, man. All right, he's in for a long ride. But all this nonsense of, oh my God, it's Flakko. Flakko's the, how did Flakko make y'all conspire to murder Drakeo the Ruler? Right? No. And as a matter of fact, if y'all weren't online threatening Flakko, I probably wouldn't even know any information about nothing. But y'all got to make it.
That is actually true. That is actually true. The threats used about Flakko or towards Flakko are now being used against a lot of people.
Threats, y'all got to threaten my life. Y'all got to sending addresses out to other people. Y'all got to doing a lot of nonsense, man. Y'all, a lot of nonsense.
Yeah. And yeah. All right, so let me ask y'all this, chat. Let me ask y'all this. When they leaked Flakko's address and they started sending Flakko's address out, if this is Flakko's way of fighting back, is he wrong? How does this work? Where do boundaries start and stop?
Man. And for anybody I love, don't call Munchie phone. If you know what I don't call Munchie phone if you know what I mean. Now, I'm not gonna lie on Munchie, bro. Like, I don't think Munchie is cooperating. Like, I don't think Munchie B is snitching yet. Right? I just don't think Munchie B is right. I don't think he's working currently. Right? Or at least I don't have no proof he's working currently. I just don't. But certain things ain't adding up. And yo, if you or a gang member, a street dude, do not call Munchie phone. Hell, Munchie, you shouldn't be even using that, man. Hey, bro, listen, man. This is some deep stuff, and I gotta speak in riddles and parables and talking because I can't say what I know. Sir, y'all done got yourself in a world of trouble, man.
Listen, that's a fact. I don't know.
Because, like, my question is, why does Flakko even know all this? Like, am I tripping or does Flakko already know too much information? Even if he doesn't find out anything else. Let's say that this is all he ever finds out. Am I tripping when I say this is already still too much information for this? Like, he shouldn't know all this? He shouldn't be privy to all this? Woo-wee, boy. Man, this is incredible. You have to just imagine the world's dumbest criminals and imagine a district attorney or investigator just sitting around just looking at this whole situation. This is not the smartest thing ever.
Where y'all come from, but if somebody giving me some inside scoop, Wack gonna listen. I'm gonna store that right here in this noggin. Spody Face knows you told him no. Right now, when he sees this clip, he's gonna be like, hold on. The police with the no jumper. Adam just said they questioned Josh about wanting to question Munchie B about this Drakeo, the ruler, unalive. Now, here goes the beautiful thing about this, which is not too so beautiful. You can't wonder why the police is on you. You put them on you.
And that is the part about it that everybody has to come to grips with. Who told on Munchie B? Munchie B.
Munchie, you gonna go on the internet in the metaverse and start saying things that incriminates yourself and others. This is why that Damu neighborhood said you can't come back over there.
BPS. The BPS did say Munchie Beast is.
I talked to the homie from BPS, and he is very adamant that that's actually not in fact true. So I don't know why Wack and Flakko keep pushing that narrative, but I've spoken to some dudes from BPS, and they're like, that's actually not true at all.
They're from the jungles. That if they see Munchie B in the jungles, they go murder him, which is why I'm so confused. Munchie B got so much more enemies to deal with. For God's sakes, he got the police pulling up to investigate you for a homicide, and you worry about Poetic Flakko. I don't care how many lies y'all say. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. I don't care how many lies y'all spew. Go involved in this. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, I don't commit murders. Okay, all right. I make YouTube content and I go about my day. I'm not here for this nonsense you guys is on.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the things you saying is very incriminating, right? Now this is what the homies better understand. Munchie B got a gun case, got caught with 2 pistols. He sits with Alex Alonso, who works with the DA. Pay attention.
And that Alex dude too. For some reason, right? And him and Munchie did the exact.
Now, I'm not really sure what Wack's whole gripe with Alex Alonso is, but I would assume that this is something that Flakko would want to stay out of because Alex Alonso is pretty knowledgeable in the things that he's knowledgeable of. I'm not going to speak for Alex Alonso, nor am I speak for what he has going on, but I would imagine that if you have been less than a model citizen throughout the entirety of your life, you probably wouldn't want to get into it with Alex Alonso. But at the same time, too, just from a moral standpoint, from my understanding and from my knowledge, I've yet to see Alex Alonso tell a lie on somebody. Even in recent conversations, I'm not going to go into details, but I was speaking to Alex Alonso about Wack. I'm not going to go into our conversation, but Alex Alonso has told me within the last 7 days I've spoken to him. He was like, I don't think that's true. He goes, a lot of things about Wack are true. I don't think that that's true. And I don't think that, it's ever okay or ever acceptable to spread propaganda or to spread lies. So I was asking Alex a question about something that I heard, and he was pretty adamant that, it was a rumor, it was a false thing. And I'm not going to say he was defending Wack, but he wasn't going to, under his understanding and knowledge, allow a rumor or a mistruth to be spread. So it's hard for me to believe that he's going to go on the internet and lie on somebody when I know that he doesn't care for Wack. But in our private conversations, he's telling me like, no, that's not true. Don't say that on the internet because it's not true. Not even about making myself look stupid. It's just not a fact. So, what I'm saying, again, somebody who's that adamant on the truth in private conversations, I can only imagine how they are in public.
Same thing, you feel me? Like, to me, which is why, like, I don't like the dude. Like, I don't like dude. Him and Munchie B did the exact same thing to me. Munchie and Alex Alonso, right? So Alex was an OG who I had like some respect for, right? But he and Munchie B is the same shit they do, right? Where they don't like you. They want a reason not to like you. They don't got a good reason, so they play nice. But then they will make up a reason not to like you. In the case of Munchie B, he, for some reason, came out and made a I don't like Flakko because he been speaking about game bangers. But I've been speaking about game bangers for as long as I knew Munchie. He never had a problem with it, right? He came out and began to attack my family. I said, I F ya, right? F ya, right?
Flakko has been speaking about game members his entirety of the time on the internet. That is definitely true. He's not switched his content up for real.
You have my mama and my daddy name in your mouth on that live stream. F ya. So he attacked me first. He did live streams going off on me first. And this is before I even made the Drakeo the Ruler video. Right? He disrespected my mama first. Cool. Right? True. Do you? All right. Do you? I'm just not into creating enemies for myself. I'm sorry. I just don't create. Listen, I go out of my way to avoid enemies. I'm sorry. I just don't. I just do not create enemies for myself. I go out of my way to avoid people who could very well not like me. I just don't want to, right? So
nothing wrong with going out of your way to avoid a bad day.
He created a reason to go on live and disrespect me. And then when I responded back, all the no jumper employees said, "Oh, how dare you go up against a gangbanger? How dare you diss a gangbanger?" Right? Just semen goblin, D-sucking weirdos.
Sheesh. Flakko is getting some things off, isn't he?
Right? The gang member dissed me first before I dropped the Drakeo the Ruler video. Came on a live stream, lied and said my name was David Jala. Right? Lied and said,
oh yeah, he's about to get it off. Flakko's finna cook right now.
I had a sex case, then went off and disrespected my parents. Then they say, how can you have a problem with him? Right? Yo, which is why like 90% of that building, I hate them. Right? I hate them.
This man is speaking from a place of real truth. Flakko is sick.
They sat there, watch Munchie B lie and disrespect me. I respond back now. All of a sudden, I'm the one who picked the fight. Right? I hate them. Just weirdos. Right? They have this obsession with gangbangers. They have this obsession with street dudes that I just don't have. I ain't never respected no street dude. I ain't never respected a gangster. Never in life. I ain't never had.
Hey, honestly, that is one consistency that Flakko has maintained in a black and white aspect. He hates gang members. Now, he'll put it in color, and then he'll say that he has friends, and this person, and that person, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But keep in mind, too, this is how he treats his gang member friends, because Munchie B was once one of his gang member friends. And Munchie B was once one of the people defending Flakko. No, he ain't that bad. Nah, he ain't this. Nah, he got excuses for him, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Now you're seeing how, Flakko genuinely feels about you. Flakko feels the same way about all you gang members. You just haven't crossed him yet, so he doesn't have to vocalize it. But he's been pretty consistent up until this point with how he feels about gang members and their activities.
This complete like submission to no street dude. I'm sorry, I just don't. Right? And it was that situation where I'll watch them didn't call it down the line. Okay? They didn't call it down the line. Right? Right? They just didn't. Right? And like y'all probably know who in the building I like. Like I like Adam, that's my guy. Josh is my guy. You feel me? And then there's like the black employees, and then there's, there's a few Hispanics in the building too that I like. There's a few, right? And then there's.
He looked so disgusted when he said that. I don't think they're really true, and I don't think that there are truly any Hispanics in that building that Flakko genuinely cares for. That was very disingenuous, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. It's my opinion. It's no fact.
Guys I like too. There's a few Hispanics in the building too that I like. There's a few, right? And
that doesn't sound like there are a few that you like. Sound like there are a few that you'll tolerate.
Then there's some black guys I like as well. Yeah, but you feel me? Like the rest of them, like F them, right? But that's where I said, hold on, bro. This dude disrespected my family, disrespected me, lied on me. And he did this, by the way, before I even dropped a Drakeo the Ruler video. So like the excuse of, well, you did the Drakeo video, so shouldn't that be? No, he did this beforehand. And when he did it, I said F him. And when I said F him, all the squares, no, you can't do that to no street dude. That's why I said, man, F y'all weirdos, bro. Right, y'all weirdos. But Alex Alonso, right, and he did the same play Munchie did, where he didn't really have a reason not to like me because, again, I don't bother nobody. So then he made up one and said, well, I don't like him because he like went on back on Fig and gave an opinion on my platform.
No, you misquoted. That's what it was. You misquoted dramatically misquoted his write-up on somebody's case. I forgot whose case it was, but Flakko just said things were in Alex Alonso's write-up that just blatantly weren't in the write-up. So when he did that, Alex Alonso, understandably so, felt disrespected.
Alex Alonso has given his opinion on my platform numerous of times. Have I ever said, oh, damn, bro, like Alex have given his opinion on what I do on my channel and No Jumper channel, so hence I don't like, no, right? No, you a commentator, is in your discretion to do so. You want to call my platform this and this, you can do so, right? So he can critique my platform, I critique his platform. Now we enemies because these are dudes who's always wanted to make me an enemy. It's always been some slick hate and stuff. Okay, it's simple as that.
He's been very quiet. We ain't heard nothing about the gun cases. Do we got him?
You guys think Alex Alonso cares enough about Flakko to hate on him, or do you think that Flakko is just pretty much, at this point, not taking accountability for the things that he's done that would make Alex Alonso understandably so not care for him?
Did they drop him? Under what basis did they drop him? But yet, he's lying to Spody Face about the police called me asking me about Drakeo. Munchie, I play with you when I want to. You right there. Shit you think is with you, but then we manipulate that too. This is the fact. Then you went on your channel. I ain't gonna even talk about what you said about what you had. You was a dummy. You went on your channel when you were doing your mouth like this and said, this dude whoop-de-whoop filmed me having this on me. You said, I didn't say this. Now let's talk about it. Munchie, we all know the police already gave you a call about that. You talked to them. The reason why I had somebody contact.
Now,
no, I don't think that's somebody. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that the police ever got in contact with Munchie B. I don't. Like, it's not really adding up. It's not really making sense. I mean, anything is possible in this magical world of content that we live in, but somehow, some way, I don't just see this one being 100% true.
Munchie won't talk about that though, right? Munchie won't talk about how they already made contact with him now, right? They already called that phone.
Spody Face to ask you, because I know that's your comfort zone. Rule number 1, never get comfortable. Or as you would say, never get bumptable.
Also, bro,
Bumptables, barnacles.
I would hate to be a Whack 100 enemy. Think about this shit for a second. I would hate to be enemies of Whack 100. Think about it for a second, bro. Think about all the people that Whack 100 has beef with. Think about it for a second, bro. Yo.
Description. Flakko waits.
Whack have this ability to just make them crash out. Like, Whack have this ability.
No, it only works with the dumb guys, because Whack sat in front of the Jabari dude, and the Jabari dude never crashed out at all. So it only works when Whack is hanging out with people who are dumber than him.
Of getting into their heads and making them crash out. Think about it for a second. All the people who has beef with, like, Whack 100. Big U. In jail facing life. Loose Cannon facing life.
Nothing to do with Whack.
Break Baby, he's like gonna be out soon. Probably in like Brick is probably gonna be out in like 2 years or so. Brick,
nothing to do with Whack 100.
Baby.
None of these things have to do with Whack. And if you're saying that any of these things had to do with Whack, then you must be insinuating that Whack might be cooperating with law enforcement, because how does Whack 100 have to do with any of these cases, with the exception of Big U, where Whack is actually in fact named as a victim in the case? This is the actual fact.
And Hefe gone. Just go down the list. Munchie B probably about to be gone soon. Just go down, go down the list, yo. Whack have this ability of getting into their heads and making them crash out, right? And they would do it to themselves. Whack just sit back after playing all the mind games. Munchie B, because Whack got bro, understand how stupid this is, okay? Understand how Munchie B tricked himself, okay? So because of Munchie B's obsession with Whack 100, and I'll break this down for a second, okay? All right? Right? Yo, how can I put this, okay? Because of Munchie B's obsession with Whack 100, he ruined his life. And you know how he did it? I'll break it down for you.
I'm not really sure if it's his obsession with Whack 100 that would say that. I would think that Munchie B just has poor decision making, and his emotional intelligence sometimes isn't the best when he's drinking.
So because Munchie B is obsessed is obsessed with Whack 100. Munchie B begins to psychoanalyze every and single thing Whack 100 does. And because of that, he began to make enemies of people who had his best interest. Okay? So because Whack 100 was pushing Munchie B is passing a bottle to Draco's killer, Whack 100 was pushing that heavy. I talked about it once. Munchie B starts to tell people like Rockstar and KK and other people behind the scenes, oh, I'm working for Whack 100. I'm working for Whack 100, right? Oh, yeah, I'm an op. So because of this obsession with Whack 100, Munchie B then began to attack me, even though I've never said a bad word about Munchie up until that point. He began to attack me because he has convinced himself, again, this is like head movie, schizophrenia. He had convinced himself, right? He had convinced himself that because Whack 100 and him is beefing, and he's watching myself and other people make videos reacting to him and Whack 100 beef, we're now working for Whack 100. So because
But Flakko, you admitted and Whack admitted that you were working with him, so he wasn't wrong about that. He might have been a little bit early on his assumption of it, but his assumption wasn't wrong, whether it been early or it been late. And this is by your own admission and Whack's own admission, so I don't really get what point you're making here.
that obsession, Munchie B then made a live stream on me. And because of that live stream, I said, okay, word, cool. I was thinking about not dropping my Drakeo the Roller video. I even texted you and told you, hey, bruh, if I do drop it, your name would not even be nowhere near this video. You will be out of it completely. But Munchie B's obsession with Whack 100 convinced him to make me his enemy. So hence, I then dropped the Drakeo the Roller video. And because of that video, things then spiraled, and now we're in a situation where we're at. Munchie B's obsession with Whack 100 is why he's in this situation. Think about it for a second, bro. I had no issues with the dude. He came on live stream and just started to attack me for no reason before I dropped the Drakeo video. So
now, this narrative spin, this play, the way that Flakko's going about this is cold work, boy. When I say it's cold work, it's cold work. The narrative being spun, the narrative being played, the narrative being, kind of just hammered in over and over and over. It's a sick game, bro. It's a sick game, and it's not a game that I think that Munchie B is going to appreciate. Now, I'm not going to go with the narrative that Munchie B is obsessed with Whack. I think that it's a two-way street with both of them. I don't think that one exhibits or orchestrates more energy into one than the other one does into the other. I think that Munchie B and Whack are pretty what and what. At sometimes Whack might seem like he's doing the most. At sometimes Munchie B might seem like they're doing the most. Both might not be doing nothing at all. Whatever. The narrative is what I'm here to discuss. The way that Flakko is pushing this narrative, the way that Flakko is spinning his narrative, man. This whole way of doing things is just absolutely insane. But you do have to just pay attention to the facts. Flakko, dare I say it, he don't got no sympathy for Munchie B. Munchie B spoke about his mother. Munchie B spoke about his father. Those are two very sensitive subjects. We learned that with Lush. I see that Flakko don't like to have his mom and his daddy play with, so he gonna continue to go off if he see fit. How can we determine somebody's response to disrespect? I don't know, but let's keep going.
Yo, Whack is not doing nothing spectacular. All Whack is doing is just playing mind games with these dudes. And they're destroying their own lives because they have this obsession with Whack 100. Yo, me and Munchie had a relationship. Bro, I got Munchie B in the building of No Jumper. So for 2 or 3 years that I've known Munchie, I've never said a bad word about Munchie, never did nothing snaky to Munchie. But because of this weird fixation he has with Whack 100, he then groups me into it, started calling, mutual friends of ours behind the scenes, lying to them and saying, oh, I'm working for Whack, blah, blah. Then he fully crashed out and said, okay, cool, F you then. So yeah, his obsession and fixation with Whack 100 ruined his life.
Rule number 2, your comfort zone. Rule number 1, never get comfortable.
I think where the situation went left is where Munchie B tried to dirty politic Flakko like they was in the hood. And Flakko went the nerd route. So this is going to be interesting because it definitely sounds like Munchie B tried to dirty politic Flakko out of his position and out of his situation with his homies that he had made in the content space. talking about the gang members, because if certain things are said, if certain things are orchestrated about you, or certain things are alleged about you, you can't be around. One of those things being if you messing with Whack 100. So Munchie B go the whole he messing with Whack 100 route, blah 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 blah. Flakko, who is in fact messing with Whack 100, don't feel, you know what I'm saying, he feel away about it, and now he feel like his version of response is to go the nerd route. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hop on the internet, he gonna hop on the content. It was a head up fade. Munchie B decided to throw Flakko's people into it. I could definitely see how that can make a situation go from bad to worse. Could definitely see how that can make a situation go from bad to worse. But that all also being said, you know, the reality of the fact is it's not necessarily an obsession with Whack 100, but it's definitely a capitalization on content and, you know what I'm saying, of popularity on Munchie B's, at Munchie B's detriment at the hands of Whack 100 and Flakko for shizzo.
As you would say, never get bumptable.
Bumptable is great.
Rule number 2, never trust a man that's asking you something that he should know.
Yeah. So, okay, what Whack is saying is 3 weeks ago, Munchie B got a call, right? I think so. It was 3 weeks ago. Let's see.
Rule number 2, never trust a man that's asking you something that he should know.
That's the
Either
best.
he's too close or he's being directed by somebody. See, blind man, I would have thought your senses got sharper, which would have made your mind a little smarter. But again, I can't take it
Not Daredevil.
from you because you fucking with the best right now. So it's only one reason why one will lie about being contacted by the police. And that's because you then did or said something that you shouldn't have said to the police.
And I'll be real, like that makes sense, right? Like that has to make sense. That just has to, because why would Munchie B lie about the police contacting him?
Because they're not from the same hood, because their hoods are technically enemies, because we're talking about an open unalivement case that's, you know, probably one of the bigger ones in recent years in the city of Los Angeles. We're talking about a life sentence and or a lethal injection. We're talking about accessory to murder after the fact. We're talking about witness protection. We're talking about a whole lot of jail time and a bunch of things that you really don't want to know spread into the streets. So why would you go and talk to somebody who you just recently met on a podcast about these things? Probably not the smartest thing to do.
Or attempting to make contact with him. Why? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. Or why wouldn't he disclose that if it did happen? Why?
See, when they contacted me,
Nigga think he Jadakiss and Anthony Hamilton.
and they called me about Jay Prince, in 2 seconds I was on Clubhouse pressing play for the world to hear the conversation.
That was a fake conversation.
What was said to me, what I said back. Nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you won't put that on your set and your dead homies that the police ain't already called your phone. See, because my resource is talking to the police. This is a fact. And they told my resource, we're going to give them a call. I sat back and I waited. Then he said, what? They called him. Oh, yeah? Call the other boy. You good with him, right? Yeah. Call him. Have him call Munchie and ask him, hey, bro, you got a call from the police about this Drakeo thing? If he tell him, yeah, maybe it ain't nothing. But if he tells him no, we know he cooperating and working with him. And what did old Munchie B do? No, ain't nobody call B. Oh.
Which was the smartest thing to do. Because I'm not even going to use Spody Face as an example, because that's my homie, and I ain't going to use my homie as this type of a bad example. But let's say that Munchie B was talking to just anyone on the street. Let's say he was out on the bus. Random. Munchie B just on the bus. And he's talking about this situation and talking about this case with somebody on the bus. And that person on the bus can have an outstanding warrant for unpaid traffic tickets. And because they don't want to go to jail for a day or two over unpaid traffic tickets and or paid these traffic tickets, they say, hey, I know about this guy, Munchie B. We were on the bus. He told me about this unalivement of Drakeo the Ruler, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm free. That's a really good reason for Munchie B to keep that information to himself. because you never know who can use that information to further benefit themselves and stay on the streets in a peculiar situation. Munchie and Spody are podcasters. They are not friends.
We got you. Now we just watched him talking to Adam. Adam's telling him plain clothes was up.
Nah, Hova, wait. Nah. Nah, Hova, wait. Don't switch. Nah.
That's a lot of noise.
Hold on, Hova. Nah. Nah, he didn't say that.
Wait, what is Flakko saying?
Hova, wait. Nah. Nah, Hova, wait. Don't switch. Nah.
Who is Hova?
Hold on, Hova. Nah. Nah, he didn't say that. He didn't say his resource. No. He said the person that he got the information from has talked to the police.
No. Says, okay, whatever.
Don't you dare. Nah, hold on, bruh. Hold on. That's a Munchie B clone. Nah, that's a Munchie B plant right there, bruh. He worked for Munchie B. That's a Munchie B mole right there, bruh. He works for Munchie B. That right there is a Munchie B mole. He works for Munchie B, homie. Nah. Nah, hold on.
Munchie B mole is Barnum.
Bruh. Nah, he said his resource, who he talked to. Because again, Wack 100 is somebody, Wack has ran like multi-million-dollar businesses for as long as he lived, right? Like Wack 100.
It's not true, Flakko. It's not true. It's enough truths going on. You was doing all right with the truth. You ain't got to start pulling in lies. So let's bypass the glazing and lies.
This is what it is.
They want to talk to B, Munchie B. I know what they want to talk to Adam about. They just want the raw footage about Drakeo the ruler unalive.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this coming from? Because you, Munchie B, not him, not them, not Ralphie, not Wack, not nobody else. You are on the goddamn internet telling the people I talked and passed the bottle to the dude that unalived Drakeo the ruler.
Man, perfect. Listen.
Horrible thing to say on camera.
Listen, look, I'm finna open up the phone lines, okay? Man. That's what, listen, man, that's what I'm about to do real quick, okay? I'm about to open up the phone lines, man. You feel me? That's what I'm about to do real quick. Okay. Send in the super chats. What y'all call in if y'all have Sarah?
Definitely Flakko, I'd probably sing.
Okay, so Flakko's gonna just sit here and have story time with his imaginary friends. Nothing wrong with that. We're gonna keep it in rotational, chat. Not for this one.
Curse. All right. He's definitely a racist.
No investigation and how they were going to arrest this guy.
What can you now say because some stupid LA niggas told you Wack 100 is telling like that? No, man. I appreciate you, yo. If y'all have any critiques, okay. If y'all have any critiques, let me know, okay. Okay. One second. Yeah, perfect. 1 second. Back to content. Okay. Yeah, man. Nah, bro. Listen, man. All right. And then just send me the let me see free video, and I think it was David Oyolu, and what I said was
There's something else I want to look at.
Pops, I didn't know you were just a slave owner and not the.
Welcome back.
So it's been a minute since we did a scandalous Los Angeles video. Let's tap in with my man Scandalous Los Angeles and see what he got going on. If you ain't did so yet, hit him with a like, with a comment, with a subscribe. Shout out to Scandalous Los
I thought I
Angeles.
was black when he
No,
first
well,
got
yeah, that
invited.
too also. Well, because everyone said Adam does hip hop, so I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers and edify through entertainment. I did a video about Adam being Chud the Builder a couple days ago. While I was scrolling through my comments, I came across this one. From this brother right here, 504 Street Chronicles. Make sure to go and check his channel out if you haven't already. Be sure to like and subscribe also. He does a lot of good
Call that boy Adam the Builder.
work over there.
Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles and 504 Street Chronicles.
As you can see, he left a comment under my last video saying this. The mere fact that he believes using the term chimping out is okay should tell you everything you need to know. I'm pointing this out because his comment is what inspired this video. I had no idea that Satanic Adam was speaking this way until the moment I read this comment. Honestly, I did the last video about Adam being like Chud the Builder, having no clue that he had done a video saying chimping out. Crazy how the spirit works.
Crazy how the spirit works as well.
So 504, this one's for you. And I want to
get away with that playing in your face.
Whoever it
And for real says, shout out to the members, Spody and Munchie. How y'all feel about Adam using the phrase chimping out? Y'all gonna let Massa get away with that playing in your face?
Whoever it was that left that.
It's crazy that that's one of the super chats that Adam would even read, because there's a lot of super chats that he won't read.
Comment clearly saw what was happening. He asked those guys, y'all gonna let Massa get away with that? He's playing in your face. And what's interesting is that they referred to him as Massa, like a slave master. Now think back to the very first clip at the beginning of this video.
The white dude called Adam Massa.
When that red devil with the blue hair called Adam a slave owner, he laughed. He actually seemed to think it was funny. Let's go back and take another look at that clip, because that clip says it all.
You thought I was black when he
No,
first
well,
got
yeah, that
invited.
too also.
You thought I was black when he
No,
first
well,
got
yeah, that
invited.
too also.
So apparently the guy with the blue hair was invited to Adam's show, not even knowing who Satanic Adam was. According to him and Adam, he thought Adam was black. Now let's hear him explain why he thought Adam was black.
Well, because everyone said Adam does hip hop. Well, because everyone said Adam does hip hop.
So he said he thought that Adam was black because he heard Adam did hip hop. But once he found out Adam was a white man, he says this.
I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the. I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the. I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the.
Slave owner part is wild, and the fact that Adam laughs it off and doesn't like make any kind of like, uncomfortable anything towards it says a lot.
So basically, once blue-haired devil figured out that Adam was white, he tells him, I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the... He leaves it blank, but he was obviously going to say slave. And in response to that, all Adam could do was laugh hysterically. I want you guys to keep that in mind as you listen to this video. Because like I said before, this is exactly how Adam jokes with his friends when his black co-hosts aren't around. He actually thinks it's funny to refer to his guests and co-hosts as slaves. I really don't know what else to say about that. Just remember it as we listen to the rest of this.
Wow. Okay, so what I said that some of them decided was very...
Now, you would assume that Adam would have more understanding of the culture that he's a part of, but at the same time, too, understand, you don't have to understand the culture to profit off a culture. You don't have to respect the culture to make money off of it. And we're learning that that's really the situation with black culture pretty much across the board when it comes to how things are being presented in this content space, in this universe that we're in. A lot of the players are black, but a lot of the disrespect is at their detriment too.
Offensive is when I was in Vegas, there was at least one moment where we were acting crazy, drinking, taking shots, and I used Chud the Builder inspired language about myself to say that we were chimping out. I don't think that that is racist I think that, if anything, I was comparing myself to an actual chimp.
He really wants us to believe he was just comparing himself to a chimp. He swears there was no racial intent, but the receipts don't lie. That first clip exposes the exact type of casual racism he and his friends indulge in, when there's no black people in the room. This isn't a one-off mistake. This is a pattern for Satanic Adam. Yet he sits there with a straight face, insulting everyone's intelligence, pretending we can't see exactly what he's doing.
And I don't think that there's anything offensive about reappropriating the...
Now, here's the thing about this whole situation. This is what I thought was the most interesting part of this clip that we finna get into, is where Adam says, I don't think that there's anything wrong with reappropriating the language of our oppressors. Nigga, when was your people being oppressed by the words chimp, monkey, or any reference to your people being monkey? When the hell did your people suffer that level of oppression? So Adam taking a stance as if he's a black man towards this situation, and that being his rhyme and reasoning for it should be allowed to be, accepted and all that kind of stuff. And nobody checking that nigga for that was wild. But tomato, as he enjoys his Starbucks with the mermaid little coaster or the mermaid sleeve. Let's keep going.
Language of our oppressors.
These are the literal Jedi mind tricks of Satanic Adam. This guy is actively trying to mind trick his audience into believing he isn't the oppressor. I mean, right there in that first clip, even the blue-haired devil called him a slave owner. Yet here he is, trying to make us believe that he's one of the slaves being oppressed. Now he's claiming that him using the word chimp is somehow reappropriating the language of the oppressor. He must have forgotten that he and Chud are the exact same people.
Our oppressors, which should be relatable, you as a proud N-word.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the difference between Adam 22 and Chud the Builder is one is more out loud.
Sayer, you're reappropriating the language of your oppressor because it's emboldening.
Here goes the satanic mind tricks of Adam again. Now he's actually trying to tell these guys that him calling himself a chimp and reappropriating the oppressor's language is supposed to be relatable to us. He says we should understand it, because it's just like how black people use the N-word. According to him, by using that word, we reappropriated the language of the oppressor to embolden ourselves. Those are his words. And honestly, it is sickening to watch this guy sit there and look you dead in the face as he attempts to rewrite history.
Man, Adam don't give a damn. Adam is going to do whatever he has to do to get to his point. Adam is not going to sway. He's not going to bend. Adam is going to continue to work the system that is allowing him to work it. And if you don't want Adam to continue to work the system, it has to take a point where it starts with the people who I would assume, and this is just me assuming, who he sees every day at No Jumper taking a stand, and then everything just kind of going from there. But until that situation happens, who even knows, man?
Let's get something straight. And I've shown you this before, but I'm going to show it to you again. The N-word did not originate from the oppressor. That root word
definitely did not.
Is something we have been saying among ourselves for centuries. It literally just means black. You, the oppressor, took the word and turned it into a negative slur because you hated black people. So we're going to read Acts chapter 13 and the first verse to show you what the N-word comes from and to prove that we were using the word long before we got to America. Also proving that Satanic Adam is wrong about his entire N-word comment. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas, and Simeon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. As you just heard, Simeon, who was an Israelite, was called Niger.
The word right there, which is what they're now using the hard ER to disrespect us. But there it is, clear as day, historical text.
That was the nickname they gave him.
And this is in your King James Version Bible.
Now, when we say it in English today, the word is pronounced Niger. But let's hear how it actually sounds in the original Greek language that the text was written in.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
And as you can see, the word only means black. It's that simple. So when the oppressor uses the N-word today, all he is actually doing is calling us black in Greek. We didn't reappropriate the oppressor's language. He reappropriated ours.
And that's a big difference in between what's going on in Adam's mind versus the historical facts of what's going on in the situation. Because when you're looking at the situation in totality, you're seeing that, words that are just being used to describe what somebody's color is or somebody's tone of the skin is or blah, 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 is being used as a racial slur or epithet. And now you have the person, Adam 22, that is, who decided it's appropriate and okay to use the term, despite it being used historically by his people as a disrespectful such, to, I guess, reappropriate. I'm not really sure. At this point, it's confusing. It really doesn't make too much sense.
For Adam to sit there and act like the oppressor handed us that word, or that he's doing the exact same thing we did with the N-word, by calling himself a chimp. It is a complete historical lie. Leave it to the Bible to expose the lies of the devil.
And when I say that I be chimping out, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I never even heard of the term before.
Yeah, me neither.
I never heard of that shit, and that's some shit old boy made up. It sound like right.
It's like chat room. It's like racist chat room.
I never heard it before.
It's racist internet shit.
But this is what I know. Black people as a whole, we tend to take the words of our oppressors and make it fashionable.
Satanic Adam claimed that using the term chimp
J. Hush is probably just not said anything.
Being out was an example of reappropriating the oppressor's language. Let's be real. That's just a flat-out lie. Reappropriation means a marginalized group takes a weaponized slur used against them and reclaims it to strip away its toxic power. That is not what's happening here. And flipping the definition doesn't change the history behind the word. J. Hood was right when he said, black people do take the words of their oppressor and make it fashionable. And here is what true linguistic reclamation actually looks like.
Hey, let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mellow. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
Yeah, that's extra out.
Not on the same felon, then so am I. Link in the bio.
Watermelon Felon and all. You people hang your hat on the dumbest I've ever seen.
Even in LA gang culture, you got dudes like the Harlems.
Not this stuff.
We call these. That's how the word came out.
I'm talking about this. The tipping out. It's not nothing that you.
We'll never do that.
I'm just anti people telling people what they can joke about, especially with stuff that's like so
chipping out, but then
it's so like not offensive. Like
here is another perfect example of that narcissistic, satanic handbook mentality.
And then when it comes to slurs and words that have been used historically for decades at this point to tear people down, how can you tell the people who've been accosted by these words that you're tired of hearing what they don't want to continue to be accosted by?
That Adam operates under. Think about the sheer arrogance of his spirit. How is this man going to sit there and try to dictate to us what should or shouldn't be offensive? It is completely insane. Good old satanic Adam thinks he has the authority to tell black people how we are allowed to feel about it. It's unbelievable.
Like people are just dying to find something to get offended by, offensive. And I ain't going.
Listen. You're gonna have to go because you just saying some shit.
Why are you putting a pack of cigarettes in your shirt? What the is that?
I'm on my greasing tip. That's what it is. If you say something for defensive, decide to fire your face up, then you can't sue nobody. You can't.
No, I can.
And Adam's letting you know right then and there that, hey, nigga, I'm calling the police. Don't do that.
You can't.
And I will press charges.
Yeah, but listen, I'm pretty sure you will. But you can't say what's offensive or not. It's offensive to people. It might don't be offensive to
I've never heard a black person say that it would be offensive for me to say it about myself.
So Adam's logic is basically this. He thinks he can just wake up, start calling himself the N-word, with or without the hard R, and act completely shocked that people find it offensive. He expects us to buy the excuse that it's totally fine just because he's talking about himself. But like I said from the jump, he is sitting here playing childish mind games. These are the exact type of manipulative tactics a satanic narcissist uses. He wants to see how much disrespect he can slide past us while smiling in our faces.
I understand why Chud the Builder using it against black people is offensive, but for me to say it about myself, it would be like me saying like, "Hey, I'm a barrel of monkeys." Don't call yourself a monkey. That's offensive.
But that's being insensitive though, to people that what he's.
I didn't even know that black people were sensitive about that.
This devil literally says he understands why Chud the Builder calling us chimps is offensive, and then immediately claims he didn't know we found it offensive.
He doesn't care why it's offensive, but I'll say this, when it comes to Adam 22, I'm a staunch believer in you don't look for any type of empathy or sympathy out of your oppressor.
Can't even keep his own lie straight. Even Spotty Face had to call him insensitive. But what do you expect from a man with a Baphomet tattoo on his hand? He told us himself that he lives by the Satanic Bible.
White girl, mad tattoos, and her back is just Satan with huge fake tits. I know you like that. So
that is disgusting.
Really, like, I've decided that I believe in demonic possession. And when I was banging her from behind, looking at the devil staring back at me with fake boobs, I was just like, you know what? A life of evil is for me. Understandable. I pledge my life to Satan.
That is incredible, but it's the truth.
Same recoil. I'm here for Satan and all other sometimes I regret that I just went with the atheism thing when I could have been like a Satanist.
And what is that book about? Pure narcissism. Me, myself, and I. He is completely insensitive.
Adam is an extremely different thinking, acting individual
to black people because his entire belief system tells him not to care. You've seen the racist jokes he shares with his inner circle. If that's what they say when the cameras are on, imagine what kind of things they say when the cameras stop rolling.
Black people are some of the most sensitive people.
No, but it's also because black people have been dehumanized by being compared to apes and monkeys all throughout
acknowledge
history.
the chimping shit because I never heard of this shit before. So if I was to acknowledge it, I'll be giving it life. I've never heard of this shit. Some the weirdo made up that's getting about the transgender.
But apparently it's got a lineage like people have been saying for a while. I didn't really know that until
Adam keeps playing stupid, acting like he's just completely clueless about what's going on. But don't fall for it. This is exactly what they do the second they get caught red-handed in their racism. And let's be clear, he is not the only one. I keep telling you guys, this isn't just an isolated incident. This is a shared mindset. All of these devils possess the exact same.
Whew, it's getting deep in here, boy. It's getting deep in here. It's getting deep in here. We're going to let it run for a little bit longer, but I'm going to say this, man. You got to be careful with the company you keep, and I will always continue to maintain. When you dance with the devil, it's only so many dances you can get before you lose one. It's only so many times you can knock at the devil's door before you get that answer.
Same spirit. You guys remember when this happened right here?
You're a wetback. What else? Got it? Wetback. What else? Trump is doing good things. You guys people. Yeah. You guys can kill people. Right. Take your $50 and send. Give me my change. I'm rich. You're poor. Difference.
You're a poor soul.
Yep. You're poor.
You're a poor soul.
Deixa eu ver. No jogo tava going. You gotta record me. I didn't touch you. Up. Give me my keys.
Oh, yeah, that's Scott Storch's ex-wife. Steve T. Packy, what's the deal?
And it is so ironic, because after she did all of that, she ended up right on the Adam and Wack show. They questioned her about why she went out and do what she did. I want you to listen closely to the garbage excuses she gives. Because even though Adam is the one questioning her, she is using the exact same script, the exact same defense that this devil is using right now.
Really tired of the DMs.
Okay, so this now is a video that she got after this video went up in which she's basically defending herself and claiming that
the dude,
yeah.
In the comments, I left my house yesterday in PJs, as you can tell, looking crazy. And when I was walking out of a scrub, the valet guy grabbed my ass and I should have just punched.
Yeah, that's actually not what happened, but that's her version of the story. Chat, we're going to continue to rock out, though, but this lady's just telling a stupid lie. For sure telling a stupid lie.
Them. I was thinking about my child and not wanting to go to jail. So I lashed out and I called him back. And I'm so wrong for that, but I felt so violated. I should have just shut my mouth, called the police, and that's it. So basically, I'm explaining to everybody, I am sorry for what I said. I've been around Mexicans, dated Mexicans my whole life. My parents are immigrants. I am the farthest thing from racist possible.
Okay. Can you give me then 2 hours, please?
No, what do you mean 2 hours?
I can't speak right now. Can you give me 2 hours?
So you want me to speak for you?
No.
Either you speak or I'm going to speak for you.
We have a big Hispanic audience, and we heard what you said about their backs, and they want a comment.
And we heard what you said about their backs is crazy.
If you have me on with everyone else, I'm going to be as real with you as I am with everybody else.
Yeah.
Wax known me for about, what would you say, Wax, 20 years?
Yeah, I've never heard these things come out of your mouth.
Okay, I have a problem. And my problem is that when I get angry, yes, of course the situation happened there and I got angry, but definitely not angry enough to say and look fucking disgusting.
But you got angry because you were late. Like, they didn't make you late.
No, that wasn't why I got angry. You want to know why I got angry?
All right, we finna go into something else because she ain't talking about shit. We don't care about this. Big shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles, though. You know what, chat? I'll be back in a minute.